There we go, I got the camera set up good. Welcome, another episode of Nezzo's Bad Shop. Live on location we are at Galaxy Hobby and their track. Check that out, very nice. So, before we actually take into any track action, I'm going to quickly give you an overview of what the TT02 FRD actually looks like set up. And then you'll have a better idea for electronics and stuff like that. Mine is fresh out of the box. It's over here. There's nothing in it. It's just sitting there looking pretty and gold and shelf queeny. So we're going to leave that one alone. And I'm going to show you this example here in front of me from my good buddy Troll Vee Labs, who has already set up his FRD and has taken it for a few test spins, and he says it's very good, very quick, very precise. So let's take a quick run through. Basically, like I was showing in the unbox video, there's the motor and there's the pinion pulley. I'll get right up in there, pinion pulley. So what attaches to what is essentially a pinion, or a pulley spur gear into the gear reduction transmission. And yeah, so it's all pulley reduction right down to the shaft, to the rear end. And it's very cool, although he says his 13.5 motor isn't enough, needs about a 10.5 for proper stuffs, proper revs and better speed, but everything is good enough for now. This is the servo mounted in here, and he added aftermarket Eagle TT02 brace. I hear lots of goofy arse noise behind me, and there's this annoying, well, not so annoying, or transforming truck interrupting my video. Mind you, this is Bad Shop, so anything goes. How cute. Anyways, moving on. Back here is where you can see all the electronics crammed in, the speed controller, the receiver, and the gyro all crammed in this area. This is mostly because the upper deck sort of doesn't exist. The upper deck is below the drive shaft, right down below there. So there isn't really an upper deck to mount anything to, but what are you gonna do? The only other thing that my partner at Troll Vee Labs has noticed is the sensor wire for the ESC motor. To do it properly, you need a longer sensor wire, longer than 200 mil, to go from roughly this area up to the front of the motor. I'm pretty sure he's already installed that now, as per why it's all coiled around here looking pretty. And those are sort of the main things you have to look at when you build this chassis up. I'll be looking at the same thing. And what else is next? Oh, the only other thing that Troll Vee Labs has done to their TTO, his TT02 FRD, changed the rear shocks, put on Yokomo dampers with, I believe, MST springs, I think. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to check his page for that, but it's nice and buttery, and it looks good. He also tweaked up the rear arms by adding weight directly to the arm, both one in the form of washers and an MST 3-gram weight on either side of the arms. So a little bit more extra rear weight. He also added some weight on the rear diffuser, and he says even though you add the weight, it doesn't make much of a difference. It just helps for stability. Maybe get a little bit more wheel spin to the ground. But to get a little bit more speed, he's saying we have to upgrade the motor from a 13.5 to a 10.5 minimum. So I have an 8.5 going in mine, so it should be good. Other than that, I don't think there was many other setup changes he made. He wanted to run it as stock as possible. Set it up is very similar to most of his other chassis with the base setup, and then sort of go from there. Tires. One other thing I can tell you, he's running MST CSR Reds in the rear, and he says for now that's working pretty good out of the gate. He prefers the Speedline CG2 in the front. Mostly the Speedlines are designed for like a hard surface like concrete or asphalt or carpet. Since we have bare concrete out on the track, he's gone with the CG2, his personal favorite, and the narrow rim and tire. So it's pretty good. And yeah, other than that, I mean, there's much more to say other than it looks very pretty, and his is blue and mine's gold. Yeah, so sooner than later we will get this thing out on the track. We will have some onboard footage, we will have some driver view footage, point of view, and we will get it going. Perhaps some collaborations with Nezzo's Bad Shop and Troll Vee Labs in the future. And other than that, I leave you with the glorious TT02 FRD. If you like this, give me a thumbs up, drop me a line, subscribe. You will see more craziness and wonderfulness and bad things happening before the glory. And there's the TT02 FRD, and I'll see you next time.